Venir al Dakar Classic es una de las cosas más emocionantes que se pueden hacer en la vida. A todos los apasionados que quieran recordar los Dakares africanos, que vengan al Dakar Classic.
J'ai connu le Dakar dans les années 80 et c'est rendre hommage à ces années-là, à tous ces pionniers. C'est se rappeler d'où on vient, de nos racines. C'est aussi pour ça qu'on a voulu créer cette catégorie.
It's like I'm driving Beyoncé.
No, mais y a pas de piste, putain!
Hace 40 años este modelo fue el vencedor, el primero que ganó la categoría de auto.
Au bout du temps, on était en retard. 302. No tenemos.
Elle était dure celle-là. Hein. C'était dur, hein ouais. Putain. Mais elle était bien.
It's a pleasure and an honour to welcome two other legends of the Dakar. Four-time winner of the event, Mr. Ari Vatanen, and the seven-time winner of the Dakar in a truck, Vladimir Chagin. With Stéphane Péterancel, that's 25 Dakar titles in a same room and close to 200 stages won, if you add those claimed by David Castera. David, the Dakar is made of great champions, legendary vehicles and memories that pushed you to create the first edition of the Dakar Classic last year. Yes, we wanted to pay a tribute to the history of the Dakar by welcoming all these vehicles that made us dream. While last year there were few competitors because of the COVID pandemic, this year we have over 150 cars and trucks for this adventure. An adventure that will be a parallel to that of the Dakar with different courses, although the stages are the same. The Classic isn't a race against the stopwatch. It's regularity race. We've added more navigation. There will be parts with navigation as well. It's also a competition, but not a competition against time. And the course is, of course, adapted to the vehicles. Ari Vatanen, you must be delighted to see legendary vehicles reappear on the Dakar. Of course. All of us, like Stéphane, who did the Dakar in the 80s and 90s in Africa, we realized what joy it was and what freedom we had. It was an adventure. Of course, there was the competition, but it was a human adventure. For me, it was my comeback to life after my almost fatal accident in Argentina in 1985. It was a return to life. Now, when I think about it, I was very lucky in life. I was privileged. To make the memories come back thanks to the Dakar Classic is magnificent. So very good idea, David. Stéphane Péterancel, you were on a bike at the time. Your first Dakar was in 1988. What memories do you keep of Ari Vatanen? Well, first of all, I had a passion for car rallies. So, of course, I followed his world championships. He was an idol. When I passed my driver's license, I would try to go sideways and slide. And I would say, I'm doing an Ari Vatanen. It was the image of that time. Then our paths crossed during my first Dakar. I remember seeing the 405 Peugeot going through the Ténéré full speed ahead. They would catch us. The bikes took off in front, but the cars were so fast that we would get overtaken during the day. I strongly remember that car that we see behind. Vladimir Chagin, what does it mean for you to be here in Paris alongside Ari Vatanen and Stéphane Péterancel? You too are part of the legend of the Dakar. Well, as part of Camas Master, I took part in the Dakar in 1990. I was 20 years old. It was the first time that I saw Ari Vatanen. He was a superstar for me, a sports legend, a very successful and fast driver. The feeling I had at the time was incredible. I was 20 years old and I was standing beside him. At the same time, I have the same feeling today, a feeling that I'll keep for my whole life. He's a legend and an example for the drivers of the future. David, I suppose you wouldn't mind seeing Vladimir or Harry driving a car in the Dakar Classic. Oh, I would love it. The idea is to have the vehicles but also have the men. Harry was talking about it. The Dakar is also a human story, and having them with us would be great. We would go beyond what we had planned. After the course, let's focus on the field of competitors, and we now welcome Charles Clepers, in charge of competitors' relations of the Dakar, but also Laia Sanz, 10-time best woman on a bike, and now in a car, and Jonathan Chotard, a young French privateer, who will be competing on a bike for the first time. Charles, first of all, there will be a lot of people on the 2022 Dakar. The competitors have answered our call. We'll have close to 580 vehicles in the race at the start of this edition, 150 in the Dakar Classic. There will be over 1,000 drivers and co-pilots, including close to 750 in the regular Dakar and 310 in Classic. Competitors coming from 55 countries. Nationalities most represented are France, Spain and the Netherlands. 131 drivers and co-drivers considered as legends, having competed in over 10 Dakar rallies. With them there are 206 rookie drivers and co-drivers who will be discovering the Dakar. The event will welcome 25 women, including 3 entirely feminine crews. Before talking about all the bikers, let's take a look at those who will be fighting for victory.
La victoire en 2 roues.
Seven factory teams, 5 former winners. There's going to be an almighty rumble in the bikes. KTM have 3 Dakar winners in their ranks, with defending champion Kevin Benavides joining Toby Price and the world champion Matthias Walkner. Gas will also be a team to watch, with 2017 winner Sam Sunderland and the new kid on the block, Daniel Sanders. Kevin's brother Luciano Benavides heads up the Husqvarna team alongside Skylar Howes, who is now a fully fledged factory rider. Yamaha have a score to settle with the Dakar after a tough 2021. They have a talented trio in Adrian van Beveren, Ross Branch and Andy Short. Honda are gunning for a 3rd straight title. Pablo Quintanilla joins forces with 2020 winner Ricky Brabeck, Nacho Cornejo and Joan Barreda. Sherco are putting their faith in Lorenzo Santolino, who was 6th last year, and Rulli Gonçalves. Finally, the Hero Motorsports team welcomed the experienced Franco Caimi, who'll be looking to shine alongside Joaquim Rodriguez.
Charles, let's talk about the new riders, the rookies. There's still that will to take part in the greatest rally raid in the world, and there really is a new generation of bikers. Yes, we'll have 170 in bikes and quads. 1/3 are rookies. The new generation is here. They're under 25 and they mostly come from the qualifying events called Road to Dakar that reveals talent.
Road to Dakar, qui s'avère être un formidable vivier et révélateur de talent.
And among the newcomers we have Jonathan Chotard, of course, a young amateur French rider who will be discovering the Dakar. You didn't choose the easy way. You've registered in the original Bimotu class for bikers with no assistance. Well, that's it. Being a mechanic, it seems natural. At the beginning I wanted to do it with an assistance because I thought that for a first it gave me more chances to get to the finish. But finally it seemed obvious to be in original Bimotul. I'll be with my friend Benji Melot, so with all his tips and those of Laia for the past 2 days. It should be great. Hard, but great. Charles, a word on the quad race. We'll have a little over 20 quads registered, including title holder Manuel Andorra, 25 years, and who will be already starting his 5th Dakar. He will be challenged by Frenchman Alexandre Giraud and USA's Pablo Copetti, who will try to stop the winning South American run of successes in that class. And we now switch to cars now, and there as well, great names, great brands.
5 former winners in the cars are taking part in this 44th Dakar, representing some of the top teams. New Boys Audi have a dream lineup with Mr. Dakar himself, Stefan Petterhansel, 3-time winner Carlos Sainz, and the up-and-coming Matthias Ekstrom. Toyota Gazoo Racing are back with their T1 Plus Hilux. Nasser Al-Attiyah and Janil de Villiers are both hunting for more success. Local hero Yazid Al-Raji is also one to watch. He'll be getting behind the wheel of a T1 Plus Toyota Hilux with overdrive. For BRX, last year was about learning, this year is about winning. Sebastian Loeb is determined to finally conquer the Dakar, while Nani Roma and Orly Terranova should be right up there. Kuba Przanski will be driving the mini buggy that has won the last 2 editions as he looks to improve on 4th in 2021. Yassir Sayadan is also back in a mini and he dreams of being the first Saudi to win the Dakar. The Century Racing team are going from strength to strength. Brian Baragwanath is driving one of their 5 cars in the rally. Matcha Serradori will also be in a Century CR6 buggy and aiming higher than 8th place in 2020. With a podium in 2017 and 5 titles in the bikes, Cyril Desprez shouldn't be underestimated in his Peugeot. 7th last year, 6th in 2018, Sheikh Khalid Al-Qasimi is also among the contenders. Martin Prokop has yet to abandon in 6 participations, coming as high as 6th in 2019. He's driving a Ford nicknamed Shrek in the T1 Plus class.
David, there's one name that strikes us all, and that's Audi. Indeed, Audi is here this year due to the new rules known as T1U. Hybrid cars for this year. A revolution is launched on this Dakar. A change is coming, and we're very proud to welcome Audi that marks the beginning of this new era on the Dakar. Stéphane Petterhansel, how's the preparation in the Audi team? Indeed, this Dakar will be your first race. We had planned to compete on the Morocco Rally and in Abu Dhabi, but we're late on the development. The car has been on its wheels for 4.5 months and it's rolling. Step by step we're improving and we're dealing with the little issues. Today we're almost ready to start the Dakar, but it's a complicated challenge. By its conception, it's a complicated car with an electric engine and a thermic engine that runs constantly. All that is dealt electronically. It's interesting, very interesting. I didn't think I would have so much pleasure to develop a car with the base of an electric engine. We have potential in terms of performance and acceleration. This new technology allows us to discover another world, tomorrow's world, in motorsports.
Le monde de demain en motorsport.
I'd also like to talk about co-drivers. They have a key role, and Stéphane, you're well placed to notice that, especially on a Dakar with a lot of navigation. Well, of course, navigation side has always been important on Dakar, and it became even more so in Saudi Arabia, which is something good. In the cars, you have to have a high-level co-driver, and also to have perfect communication. That's really important. When you have the same nationality, it gives an advantage. I was lucky enough to do my first Dakar last year with Edouard Boulanger. He was a former mapman, but also a former biker on the Dakar. He did the Dakar once on a bike. He did many Le Touquet Enduro races. So we really have the same vision of dangers, the same vision of the roadbook difficulties. It's clear and super important to have a very good co-driver. Laia Sanz, new experience for you in cars. Talk to us about your project in a Mini. Yes, I'm very happy. For me, it was important to have a good car, a reliable car. It's a car that proved a lot for sure. That's the ideal car to learn. We hope not to have any issues, to improve day after day. It's perfect to be in a team with so much experience and so many professionals. It's a real pleasure. The categories that are booming concern the lightweight vehicles, T3 and T4 SSV. Well, first of all, David, can you explain the novelties concerning T3 and T4? Well, first of all, the T4 is a series vehicle. These little buggies that you know and that remain very close to their origins. They're of course adapted in terms of security and fuel tanks for the competition. Then you have the T3, which is the evolution of these vehicles. They are what you call prototypes. You're allowed much more freedom in terms of work on these vehicles. It's faster. The motor flange is more open. So on the rally we have three major categories. The T1 are the top cars, then the T3, which are average, and the T4. But the T4 is a very good vehicle, very easy to drive and learn the rally. Before going to cars, it's a perfect way to discover the Dakar. Let's now look at those who will be fighting for the titles.
Two kinds of lightweight vehicles, two very different rallies, starting with the prototype T3s. Last year's winner, Joseph Mahacek, is chasing his 7th Dakar victory in all categories at 64 years of age. Red Bull are putting their faith in talented youth. Cristina Gutierrez, who has just secured the World Cup title, is joined by the Americans Seth Quintero and Mitch Guthrie, while Guillaume de Mevius, the son of Gregoire, makes his debut. PH Sport are back with an improved Zephyr, which is just as quick and no doubt more reliable. While in the T4s, the SSVs, the competition will be even fiercer. Chaleco Lopez starts as the favourite as he goes in search of his 3rd win on 4 wheels. And the Can-Am Factory South Racing team have plenty of other contenders. Austin Jones and Aaron Domzala, who finished on the podium behind Chaleco last year, and the experienced Gerard Fares, who is gearing up for his 15th Dakar. Poland's Goksal brothers are also seriously quick. Michał was 4th last year, with Marek in 8th. Former quads winner Sergei Karyakin is looking to bounce back and improve on 2nd place in 2020. Saleh Al Saif is the category's rising star and has the advantage of driving on home soil. The Saudi won a stage last year and he's now targeting the title.
And in the T4 SSV class, we welcome title contender, USA's Austin Jones from the Can-Am Factory Racing team. Austin recently won in Abu Dhabi. He won the FIA T4 World Cup. That's certainly good for the morale.
Yes, definitely. We're feeling very good right now going into Dakar 2022, and I'm very excited. So, yeah, it's very good.
Austin, 2nd of the last Dakar in 2021 behind Chaleco Lopez. What are you missing? Is it experience?
Yes, so definitely a little bit more experience will help. So for this year, we pace out our race like we did last year and try to change the couple of little things that we struggled with last year, and hopefully we can put it all together and go for the top spot this year.
Last category, the trucks, and here are the candidates for victory.
A total of 18 wins in the trucks, including the last 5. Who can beat the mighty Kamaz? The Russians are back with 4 trucks as usual and 4 drivers who are all capable of winning. Martin Matchik will have the support of a 2nd truck as he targets the podium. Alex Lowprice also flying the flag for the Czech Republic, and he already has 8 top 10 finishes. A 3-time winner in the quads, Ignacio Casale made a successful switch to the trucks last year, coming 9th, and he's hungry for more. Tim Mamouet have joined forces with the De Rooij team, and Martin van den Brink will be hoping to take his Iveco higher than last year's 8th place. Meanwhile, Hans Stacey makes his Dakar comeback. The 2007 winner will be driving for the team of his cousin, Gerard De Rooij. Hino have always been consistent performers on the Dakar. Teruhito Sugawara is back in a hybrid truck and hoping to match his father, the legendary Yoshimasa, who came 2nd on 6 occasions.
Let me now welcome Martin Matchik from the Czech Republic, 4th last year and hoping for our first title in trucks. Martin, welcome to Paris. First of all, is it possible to beat a team as structured as Kamaz?
Kamaz.
Well, I think it is. You need lots of luck to do it. You need a best team you can have, and also the vehicle and also the crew. We are working on it the last 10 years, so I hope this year it will be it. And but you know, you can never predict Dakar, especially Dakar 2022. But I'm looking forward to fighting the best, and now Kamas are the best, and maybe we will be. So you will see.
Can you talk about your Dakar 2022 project with this truck fighting for victory, hopefully?
Well, you know, I wanted to decide if you go with a new truck or with the old truck. Old truck, you know, it's never old. So we are disassembling and assembling it every year, and I decided to go with the old Charles, which is actually on the pictures, and that one is tested, let's say, for 2 Dakars, and now we would love to do the 3rd Dakar with him, and then we will see how it will go, but it will be still Iveco and still with a bigger team, so hopefully the 2nd truck will help me to achieve the goals.
David, other main novelty, we have more and more eco-friendly trucks. Indeed, it answers the guideline that we set last year, and the trucks are also moving forwards strongly on this path with electrical assistance. We have a truck being prepared with hydrogen that will be present on the Dakar. So we're going fast, and I believe that the trucks can actually go faster because they have more space. Often the problem with batteries is that it takes place, it's heavy, the hydrogen bottles as well. But we have a truck arriving on this truck that will be present for demonstration on the 2022 Dakar. Is that the end of this presentation? Thank you very much to all our guests. Thank you for following. David Castira, Director of the Dakar. The final word is for you. Well, you know all the ingredients that await for this adventure in January. Now we let you prepare. You have 1 month left, and I'll see you in December in Jeddah for the start of this Dakar.
Mais c'est un rêve le Dakar. Ça fait 45 ans que j'ai envie de ça.
Let me do it. I just want to do this. You know, there's a goal, there's a dream. I want to do Dakar in the kingdom.
I hope this journey begins now and will last for a long time.
Je me suis trouvé bloqué dans le canyon qui est juste en bas là. Ah, je voulais sortir de là, mais j'aurais pas pensé qu'il y avait cet enfer là à monter là.
You know, you want to run before you can walk, but you have to really remind yourself in rally racing that you need to walk.
Where's the main truck anyway? Here, somewhere.
Il faut que j'aille au bout.
You win some, you lose some. Today I lost.
If you want to do one thing very well, you shouldn't be thinking about something else. But I believe everything happens for a reason, and I have a good story to tell now.
In anything in life, everything has once the first time.
And in 3 days, he just kept 293 average.
Please win. I will remember you.
I'm no different to the other 100 guys racing, you know. Everyone wants to finish it. The landscape, the terrain, you know, I've never seen anything like it.
Every stage makes me closer to make a dream come true.
Anybody who races the Dakar will be a changed person when it's over.